speaking of shopping, the holiday shopping season, as you saw there, it kicks off today. It's already fully underway. And even though it is Black Friday, more shoppers say they'll actually be spending their money on Small Business Saturday, which is tomorrow. A Bankrate survey, they found that 59% of holiday shoppers said they'll spend their money at smaller local stores, while 56% say of shoppers, they say they'll begin bargain hunting today, of course, as we saw on Black Friday.
Thousands of mom and pop stores will be participating in Small Business Saturday tomorrow. Commissioner Kevin Kim from the Department of Small Business Services is joining us this morning to tell us what we can expect. So good morning, Commissioner. Thanks so much for being with us.
Good morning, Vanessa. Good morning, Hazel.
So let's talk about the numbers here. There's an estimated 166 million people who will go shopping this weekend, and that's according to the National Retail Federation. But it's usually the big stores, those big chains, that get most of the crowds. But now we're seeing an encouraging trend, right? Going in a different direction to smaller stores. Why is that happening?
Well, I think it's a great trend. I think what people are realizing, especially after COVID isolation, is realizing that their local neighborhoods, how important it is and how important the small businesses right outside the door are to the overall economy. For example, here in New York City, 98% of small businesses, 98% of all businesses employ less than 100 people, and 90% of all businesses employ less than 20 people. And so people know that when they go into these local mom and pop stores, that they're really going to get that personal high touch experience to pick out the perfect gift for the holiday season.
Absolutely. And we know this shift is great for these small businesses because they suffered so greatly during the pandemic. So how does your business step in to support them and help them to actually stay open?
At New York City Small Business Services, or SBS, we provide so many different services. So for example, during the pandemic, we helped connect over 10,000 businesses with over $620 million of funding through loans and grants. We also had a hotline where over 80,000 people reached out. We provide commercial lease assistance, pro bono legal services for tenants when they negotiate leases with their landlords. So we provide a number of services that are designed to help businesses not only launch a new business, but to operate and grow and thrive in this economy.
Well, that's great. Small Business Saturday began more than a decade ago, right? In 2010. And mom and pop stores, though, they can't offer the deep discounts that you see in these huge retailers. So how does this program actually benefit those small shops?
Sure. I think the messaging is really important. I think people need to know that for every dollar that's spent on a small business in New York City, 70 cents goes back into circulation within that same neighborhood. And the national average is actually around 43 cents. So in New York City, we do much better in keeping that money within that community. And so when people understand that it impacts their quality of life by supporting these small businesses, I think more and more people will want to shop small, shop local, and shop New York City.
Right, and we know how important these businesses are just for the fabric of a community, right? So what's the possibility of expanding Small Business Saturday to perhaps other times of the year?
Well, under the Adams administration and at SBS, every day is Small Business Day. And one of the things we've done in May is to celebrate National Small Business Week. We took a 5-borough tour. We started in Brooklyn and Bed-Stuy, celebrating Caribbean Black businesses, went to Staten Island and worked with the Sri Lankan small businesses, and then to Queens, Little Columbia with small businesses there, followed by Chinatown. And then in the Bronx, we went to Little Yemenis community and worked with their businesses. So I think the highlighting of small businesses being important every day is something that we're doing and working very hard on.
Yeah, and it is the season of giving, so we want to help support those small mom and pop shops. So is there actually a website that lists all the stores that are participating in Small Business Saturday this year?
Yes, it's part of our big campaign, Shop Your City. So anyone can go to nyc.gov/Shop Your City, and they'll be able to see videos and highlights and features of all these different small businesses throughout the 5 boroughs.
And I find that most of the small mom and pop shops, they have more unique gifts that you can give your family and friends.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
Commissioner Kim, thanks so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it. Good luck tomorrow and happy holidays.
Thank you. Happy holidays.